Peace, peace. Grand Rising. Soul Tribe. Yours truly, Ivory Soul's Journey. Morning conversations. Morning conversations. Sometimes it's the best time to have conversations. It's in the early morning. Unless you like to wake up grumpy, mad. Hopefully y'all ain't like that. Give me 1 second here to share it with a couple of platforms. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day. Morning, had a wonderful night, rather. Why do we struggle as a people? Now, this video is for information, clarification, and confirmation only. Therefore, take what resonates and ignore the rest. Always follow your divine intuition. So we'll give it a couple minutes here and see who's up this early morning. I know on the East Coast, you're up and out and about, ready to go to work, if you're not already at work. So we'll see here. Why do we struggle as a people? That's the topic of discussion this morning. Why do we struggle as a people? Now, I could have said humans. It made it a more broad sense. But I said people. And I know some might say, well, what people are you talking about? Us. The majority, above 97, 98% of my channel is people of color or native to this land. And if you know what I know, or if you just basically know the truth, then you'll know that you'll know what land I'm speaking of. Now, let me jump right out of the gate. Give it a couple of more minutes here. We're going to jump right out of the gate, right into it. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Loud and clear. Because I know I'm going to probably touch on some information that some may disagree with, and it's not meant for that. It's not one of those agree or disagree type of videos. It really ain't. And that's why I feel comfortable saying what I say. I really do. You want to support the channel? Put something in the bucket. As we like to say, put something in Pop's bucket. The Cashapp, PayPal information is in the description box of this video. If you're interested in scheduling personal energy reading, the email information is in the description box of this video. You know, I know everybody put their time and their thoughts into whatever. And you have that right, that universal free will right to basically do, say whatever you want. Make decisions, help who you want, care for who you want, love who you want, be with who you want. You have that free will right. It's a universal free will right. But does that right include being a servant? And it seems like servitude we enjoy as a people. Now, don't come back with Bible stuff, Quran stuff, Torah stuff, and all these different things in religions. Because that's one of the main problems. Religion, politics, groups, societies. We've gotten to the point as a people that it's like, how can I say it? It's like you take a table and you put as many people around this table as you can. And then you prepare a meal for all the people around this table. You prepare a meal. And that meal is designed to feed everybody. In fact, everybody that's around this table had a choice or option to commit to the meal. Meaning that somebody brought the chicken, somebody brought the fish, somebody brought the potatoes, somebody brought rice, somebody brought veggies, somebody brought fruit, somebody brought bread, somebody brought beverage. Y'all get my drift. But then what about the ones, and it's usually one or two at that table, that decided that they were just going to show up and sit at the table where everybody else has contributed? Not to mention those who have contributed get to arguing and bickering over where you only bought just that little small bowl of vegetables. And I brought a big old bucket basket of chicken. Why you didn't bring a whole lot of vegetables? Like I brought a lot of chicken. Yeah, that type of energy. Now you got everybody that's sitting at this table comparing what they brought. Instead of sitting down and eating till all of that's gone and dealing with the ones that didn't bring anything, get their asses up away from the table so everybody can enjoy a meal that everybody came into one kitchen, one facility, and contributed to the meal. We as a people, now when I say people, I consider myself Cherokee Choctaw Chickasaw, Aborigine. And so is my parents, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, all of them. In fact, I've never heard my great-grandmother, who would be 122 years old today. Well, she would be 122 years old. She was born in 1902. She named me. But she's never ever told me any stories of the many stories she has shared with us about coming off of a boat. Because if she was born in 1902 and she knows who her mother is, grandmother and great-grandmother, back then they lived longer, less diseases, less processed food, and a lot of shit that they didn't have to deal with. So she probably knew her great-grandmother, great-great-grandmother. Now, on my dad's side, if you will, I know that all the way back to 1854 through 1894, Elliot M. Boyd existed, my great-granddad. So I know where I am and who I come from. But there was a time on this land, the land that over 90-some% of our people, you're from this land. You didn't come off of no boat. I'm talking about why we struggle as a people. Because we got the narrative to the story. And the stories that we have, it's been broke up into pieces. And then you have this group, this group, this group, this group, this group, this group. And these groups make up of Christians, Muslims, Hebrews, Catholics, Jews. And the only thing that we have in common with these people is the human race. Not religion, not races. Human race. It's all we have in common with them. And if we take it back to that, you will find that our problem, and one of the main reasons why we struggle as a people, is because we have allowed false narratives and stories to define who we are, and they're not our stories. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna give you a story here. Hold on for a second, and give me a second to find this story. Good morning, Grand Rising, everybody. How you doing, Empress Dawning, Danique, Siri Moon, Dania, Stacy. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all one of the main problems we got going on here. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. All right. The majority of the people that probably come to this channel, whether it be for tarot or to hear me just spit shit, I'll just say that. Just talk about shit. Just spit shit. Right? We'll keep that shit simple. 90% are Christians. Now I have books that take us way back. But I want to share something with y'all. Hold tight. Just give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. Because one of the reasons why I like doing these types of videos is because of the thought process. And the majority of our people thought process it's not attached to origin. Rather, narratives and stories that on this land, I don't want to talk about no other land right now. On this land, the original story is one of spirituality before we ever was introduced to this book. Why do we struggle as a people? Hold on. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Let me find it here in a second. I'm almost there. All right, I'm going to read y'all a story. Now I'm talking about why we struggle as a people. If we go by this book, I have a Torah here, Quran. I have tablets here that I can research. I have books from the Catholic Church that gave you Christianity. I have the books that they hid from you and gave you the leftovers and shit. This is not the original book. This is leftovers. That's why they call it a version. Now I'm going to read something to y'all. A story. You know what it says? A story. Allegory. Hold on. Story. Let me read this story to y'all this morning. The story takes place after the flood, where the ark came of rest on top of Mount Arafat. Let me give you the backstory. And we know that the story of Noah is about him, his wife. You don't know who the hell she is. But anyway, him, his wife, his 3 sons, and their 3 wives. You don't know who the hell they are. Why does always in this book the woman is either not mentioned, very little, but it talks about the generations of the men. Ain't no men walking around here having no damn babies. Not, at least not back here. And as far as I can tell, I haven't seen too many. I ain't talking about that artificial shit. I'm talking about natural birth. But anyway. Now, let me give you a little point of reference. Or as my brother back home in Flint, Michigan would say, rest in the afterlife, Eric. Point of order. Man, I missed this damn man already. My nigga. Anyway, the story, let me read it to you. I'm going to start here at verse 18 in chapter 9. 9 represents ending in tarot. So if you want to put a little tarot twist to it, the universal language is numbers. The number 9 represents endings. You got me? Point of order, point of reference. If you want to get the original story, if you will, of Noah, some of y'all may already know this. I got a couple of them up here that I read on a regular basis. But if you want to know the original story of Noah, just go get the Epic of Gilgamesh. That'll put you closer to the origin of the Noah story than this. This is just leftovers. This is a version of this. Chapter 9, ending. Verse 18, double 9s. Let me read. Can I still read? Can I read? The sons of Noah who went forth from the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth or Japheth. Why does it make a notation? Watch this here. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Then it says Ham was the father of Canaan. Why is that important? I'm talking about why we struggle as a people this morning conversation. They got in parentheses. I don't know if y'all can see it. Anyway, Ham was the father of Canaan. Now, y'all done heard of the Canaanites. If you haven't, go do your little research. Ham was the father of Canaan. These were the sons of Noah. And from the people of the whole earth were dispersed. So we got 3 sons, we got a daddy. They don't talk about the women. Noah began to be a man of the soil. So he liked working in the garden. He liked planting shit. Noah began to be a man of the soil. And he planted a vineyard. He drank, and I just think, and I just move fast forward now, as because these little 1 and 2 and little 3 little verses covers a whole lot more going on that you ain't gonna find in this book. Nevertheless, he drank of the wine and became drunk. Uh-oh. Damn. So you mean to tell me, hold on now. Let me tell y'all why we all fucked up out here. It's one of the reasons. It's a lot. But in this morning conversation, and I'm going to start doing this more. Listen, this video is for information, clarification, and confirmation. You got a Bible. If you don't, go buy one or go whatever. Take what resonates and ignore the rest. I'm not reading nothing for you to believe or judge me or believe me. I'm just going to read. I want to highlight this here in my other Bible over there. And yes, I'm a spiritual being. I used to teach from this book. This is my kryptonite now. I have my ordination papers and pastor, and I just don't adhere to this book unless it's telling me about the original people and the original story. And I can't get it in this book. This is a version. That's why it says King James Version. A version is not the origin, folks. Look at that. They don't even want to put it in there no more. They don't even like to put versions in there no more. It's the King James Version. I know what it is. Look at that. They don't even want to put it in there. Anyway, I ain't gonna even worry about it. That's on them. But Noah began, he drank of the wine and he became drunk. I know some people say, and lay uncovered in his tent. All right, let me stop right there for a second. So we got a man that's heading a family that is supposed to replenish the earth with humans. He goes out in the garden. He plants a vineyard. And then I guess at some point in time, the vineyard grew. That's why I say one verse don't mean just that. This is just a story. It's like, if for those of you who know about cocaine, you got 100% from the coca plant. By the time it gets to the crackhead, it's been cut so many times. So the crackhead is getting a version of the original plant. That's why they keep coming back. That's a whole nother story. But listen. So the vineyard must have grown, the garden. And then it says, and he drank of the wine from his garden, if you will, his vineyard, and became drunk and lay uncovered in his tent. He lay down in the tent, drunk and naked, and God called this man to replenish the earth. God killed everything else and everybody else and chose Noah upright. Yeah. So don't go to complaining about your daddy being an alcoholic. He came from the lineage of an alcoholic. That's what the book said. He drank of the wine and became drunk. And he uncovered. And he laid in his tent uncovered, naked. So we got a naked man. Now, in this book, this version, anywhere you see an image, a picture of this man, by way of Christianity and the Catholic Church, he gonna be a pale-skinned man. Y'all got to follow me now. We ain't gonna even say race, because back here wasn't no races. This is only one family. They had 3 sons. So we got this pale man laying in a tent, drunk and naked. And Ham, here we go, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his 2 brothers outside. Let me give you an image. You and your dad, and you got 2 brothers, 3 sons, and a daddy. And y'all just got off of this damn boat. Rest of the planet has been destroyed by water. Now you're on top of Mount Ararat. Know where the ark rested, they say. Still ain't been able to find it, but anyway, that's where it rested. And somewhere along the way, this man goes out and plant him a vineyard and a garden. So he must have got the seeds, a male and a female seed, which ain't no such thing, but he must have got a female seed so he can plant him and make him some grapes. They still taking these kids. Y'all be careful with your kids. So this man laying naked in his tent. And so Ham, now let me go back here to verse 18. It says, the sons of Noah who went from the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And then it makes a notation. Just want to put emphasis on it. Ham was the father of Canaan. We back over here, Ham. And later on, you'll find out who Ham is in this book. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his daddy, Noah, if you will, and told his 2 brothers outside the tent. Then Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and walked backward. They took a garment, laid it over his shoulders, and then they began to lead the tent, I guess, walking backwards, and covered the nakedness. No, they put the garment. So they bagged, I guess I don't know, they bagged in the tent. Why are they bagging in? You ain't never seen your daddy naked. Your daddy done seen you naked. Anyway, so they walk back, so they walk into the tent backwards. And they covered the nakedness of their daddy, Noah. Their faces was turned backwards. And they did not see their father's nakedness. So the only son that saw their daddy's nakedness was Ham. But how in the hell Ham was supposed to know, quit taking these kids? How in the hell did Ham know that his daddy was naked and drunk in the damn tent? It ain't like they had clothes running around this mob. So how did he know? He was the first one to discover that his daddy was naked. Now watch this now. When Noah woke up, oh shit, he about to have a hangover. When Noah woke up from his wine, his drunkenness, and knew what his youngest son had done to him. Damn. Now think about this here. You got a man, drunk, naked, in the tent. But when he wake up, he can remember out of all three boys that comes in the tent, he can remember Ham came in. And it says, when Noah woke up from the wine and knew what his youngest son had done to him, he said, "Cursed be Canaan." What did the boy do? That's why you got to go back here. This is a version. This ain't the original. You want to get the original? Go get this. Anyway, so he said, "Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be to his brothers." He also said, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant." After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. All the days of Noah was 950 years, and he died. All right, now listen. Why do we struggle? Because if you continue to read that story, you got one man, three sons. Each one of these sons have wives. And Noah's got a wife. That's one family. Not multiple races, multiple cultures, different people, one race, one family. Follow me, y'all. Ham, as you read the story, they telling you and telling me that I'm of the descendants of Ham. Let me say that to y'all again. They're telling you and they're telling me that we are descendants of Ham. This is not the ancient origin. This is the European version. And the European and the Asians are supposed to be descendants of Shem and Japheth. Listen to me good, y'all, with this fuckery and this brainwash. Now, it wasn't until mid-1990s that I started putting this shit together. And before I left the pulpit, I started teaching it the way that this here version that was given to us Aborigines on this land. I'm not talking about no other land. Because for over 30 some thousand years, we've existed in what you call America, North America, South America. At one point in time, and I'm gonna share it in video with y'all at one day, all of this whole planet was one landmass. And because of all the natural disasters and the astrological effects with comets and shit like that, and asteroids rather hitting the planet, and the exchanging of the sun, because the original sun of this planet is Sirius, that's a whole nother video. So this particular version that we gravitate, and 90-some% of the people on this channel are Christians or have a Christian origin or background. And I'm reading to you, and go and read this story. That particular version, that story, is designed as you go forward and you realize who you are to them. Everything was written in reverse, because the original people on this planet, if you take it the first family, it's not the same original people. They're not the same original people of the earth. This is about 6,000 years old, folks. I just told you. Archaeologists, geologists, and all the other ologists will tell you of the people on this land. They won't tell you in the books that they give you in school. But the people of this land has been here over 30,000 years. These are your ancestors. So if that's 30,000 years versus 6,000, and the story that you hold to is only 2,000 plus years. So you're older, your ancestors, your parents is older than this damn story. Biblica. Many books. That is what you get the word, the Bible from. Hold on. Here's the problem. Now the gods of Shem and Japheth, Noah blessed, but he cursed the God of Ham. That's you and me, according to the book. All because it wasn't Ham's fault. He didn't know his damn daddy get drunk and pass the fuck out. How many of y'all ever walked into your parents' bed? Where his damn wife was? We believe any damn thing, y'all. And that's why we struggle as a people, because we believe any damn thing. The first person that should have saw this drunk ass man, that's supposed to be the father of humanity, the first person that should have saw him was his damn wife, whatever her name was. Now, I know what her name was, but in this book, who was Noah's wife? And you would think she would be like, Noah, why your ass drunk again? You know your mama knew more about your daddy than any damn body. Come on, y'all. Can you just hear his wife? Noah, you been drinking again. Look at you. All naked and drunk. Looking nasty and shit. Let me cover your ass up before the kids come in here. It don't even mention the wife. And you know she knew his ass get drunk. You knew this wasn't the first time his ass was drunk. But he gonna wake up out of his drunkenness and go to the son, his youngest son. And tell him, hey boy, I saw you come in my tent and shit and you saw I was naked. That's exactly what he's really saying. Because he cursing the boy. Now you gonna have to serve your damn brothers for looking at me while I was pissy tail drunk, naked in my damn tent. Now I'm gonna curse you, and you're gonna have to serve and be a slave to your brothers. And you're gonna have to obey their God, because I'm gonna bless their God and not your God. They all had one damn God. How did the gods get breaking up? Y'all got to look at the mind fuckery in this here story. Now, fast forward. You on this land. You older than that damn story I just read you. Yeah, you is. That damn story ain't got shit to do. But throughout that Bible, it tells you how Ham descendants, we became slaves so they can justify what you call slavery. And then you say, well, why are we serving? Why we got to serve the Europeans, the Arabs, the Jews, the Asians, of which all come from us? The truth. Your God is not of this earth. Their God is of the earth. Spirituality is not a God. Let me repeat that. Your God is not of this earth. Their God is of the earth. Religions have gods. Spirituality has the universe and spirits, deities that are not created by men. In the Bible, it says the sons of God, one God, in their book, the sons of God. Now, you got to take into consideration what is being said here, because that means that God is not of the earth. They're teaching you that you're God representation on the earth. God is not of the earth. So his sons, let's say Lucifer, Jesus, whoever else, the cherubims, whatever. These are the sons of God. One of them sons was cursed. You call him Lucifer, Satan, or the devil, the equivalent of Ham. This shit's deep, but we got to get this shit. Because why? Now, according to these books, you go throughout the Bible, you'll see what the governments, the institutions, the various religions are mentioned. And the people of that day, if you will, was in a land that the skin tone was melanated dark. That kind of looked like you and I now. Because remember, at one point in time, the whole planet was one landmass surrounded by water. They even can give you the dates and the timelines. Listen, so on this land, that's why you find remains. On this planet, you find remains of our people all over the planet now. Every time they dig up and find a bone or a body of the ancients, they're melanated. And when they do a resculpture and reconfiguration of these here individuals and say how they look today, they fuck with your head. But when they do it the right way, they find out that they look like me and you. When they look at the Sphinx, when they go to the pyramids, that's the oldest. Listen. The pyramid text and the coffin text. The Medu next is the oldest text that we got remaining on the planet, from which all other languages and texts derive from. And over there in the pyramids over there, they had them over here too. They got them in Asia. Now they letting you see they got the pyramids on what? Mars. There are pyramids on Jupiter. So now, our number one struggle, as far as I am concerned, is what I learned back in 1994. Justifying that we're servants and we was meant to be slaves, and they use a book to give to us that's younger than us and say that's what we got to go by. Now, some of us are Christians, some are Muslims, some claiming Hebrew, some claiming Jews, some claiming Krishna, some claiming Catholic, some claiming. All of us are claiming the gods of our servants, of our masters, and not the gods of our ancestors. Because according to that book I just read to you, your God is cursed. Their gods are blessed. That's why when they say in God we trust, what God? There's many gods. I just told you, Noah just said the God of Shem, blessed. You need to worship that God. The God of Jacob, Japheth, or Japheth is blessed. And you got to worship that God. But the God of Ham is cursed. And then we choose the most toxic, spellbound ritual version of all the books. And this ain't even the original. What the fuck does King James mean to you? Damn the book first. And don't y'all go to saying, hide you cursing. Listen, I'm not cursing. The English language is spells. Ling. Continue. You got to be under a spell if you believe what you're being taught from this book. I don't debate the Bible. I still even teach from it. But I teach from it from a factual standpoint. And if this Bible has us divided, see, we struggle because for other reasons. Politics. This country is going to, this system is going to crash, folks. And we're going to be right back where we started from on this land. Spirituality. Because if we are continuously thinking that we're cursed and we got to serve the other people, the other brothers' descendants, we're going to always struggle. You go to the headquarters, if you will, of Christianity. No, you don't go to Jerusalem. You go to Rome. That's the headquarters of Christianity. Because Christianity derived out of the Catholic Church by way of Constantine. That's if you're a Christian. And if you go to Rome, ain't no black folk, if you will. And we're not black. But there are no Aborigines in Rome running shit. And you are Aborigine. If you're a Muslim, you go to Mecca. There are no Aborigines heading Islam, even though the founder of that religion, before Muhammad, was a dark melanated man. Even though the first pope in the Catholic Church, Pope Sylvester, is a black man. And then when you go on over and say you a Hebrew or you a Jew, the founder or the origin of it is a dark melanated man. Oh, you want to go over to Asia and deal with Buddha? It's a dark melanated man. These are versions, copies, print, reprints of the original story. Where's the woman? We fighting each other. Servants. Our people ain't got shit. We own less than 1/2 of 1% the wealth in this country. The same applies to Africa. The same applies to South America. And we don't own shit in Asia. We own less than 1%, 1/2 of 1%, even in Europe. Servants. And as low as we are on the totem pole, now we fight and compete against each other. If you don't know who you are, you will believe any damn thing. If you still believe in something, a story in 2024, you be lied to. That's where you get the word believe. You can't get the word believe unless you got be a lie. Knowledge means to know. We're in the age that you might call Aquarius, cleanse, humanitarianism, crises, transformation, rebirth, awakening. But some of us, the majority of us, wants to hold on to these damn fairy tales that makes you a servant. And as long as you thinking from a mindset of a servant, you ain't gonna never have no fucking wealth. So what? They sprinkle and let a few of our people, if you will, climb that ladder, their ladder, Jacob's ladder. And then we have, it's black millionaires, it's black billionaires, but guess what? They are all sellouts and agents. If you take all the black millionaires and all the black billionaires, the next area that we struggle in is why in the fuck after 200 and some damn years on our land that they've set up a system that we can have our own political party just by having a little simple ass corporation. We don't even want to do that. We'd rather go out here and vote for Biden, argue over his ass, vote for Trump, argue over his ass. They got tea parties and independent parties. Why the fuck can't we have our own damn party? That's why we struggle from a political standpoint. Then we choose, 90-some% of us, we choose the worst version of the political version. Just like we choose the worst version of a belief system. And what version is that? The Democratic Party. The Democratic Party never wanted you to be nothing but a damn slave and a servant. Pick and chop cotton, work in the damn fields, work in the manufacturing plants, work in warehouses, work hard, and they own the plants, the warehouses, the airports, the banks, the grocery stores, the hospitals, the land, the currency. They own every fucking thing. So if you want to play political hardball, the way you start is like the damn Tea Party. Go start your own damn party, folks. Let me tell y'all how with social media. See, we don't want to use social media for what it's really worth. If we took this here, one social media right here, this one goddamn channel, YouTube, and if I was to ask in a poll, a question, how many of us by now think that we should at the very least, have our own political party? And it just like any damn other video, if Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp can go viral, surely for those of us who said, you know what? Yeah, we done gave the Democrats chances. Yeah, they the ones that gave us the KKK, all of this shit, Jim Crow, the Democratic Party. But that's the very party. Then you look at what the fuck are they doing for you? And if you accept the Republican Party, you got to accept the narrative that you are descendants of Ham and you a fucking servant. Christianity. You ain't a Christian. You spiritual. You're Aborigine. This semester, while I've been in school, I've been working on some things. A lot of shit. And so I said, I'm going to start out with a simple ass poll. Asking a simple ass question. In 2024, we've given these people, this system, 250 years to represent us. And so far, since they've been in control in their system, we own less than 1/2 of 1%, folks. We ain't got shit. If a natural disaster hits this damn planet, hits this damn country, we are the first to struggle. If they shut this country down again, we don't own shit. We gonna struggle. If an EMP hits right now, and it's going to, and the power grid is shut down, we the first to struggle in darkness. Because your ancestors on this land, the Aborigine, we knew how to take care of ourselves on the land. Our people would just be like, just give me a chunk of land and I'm good. I build me something to live in. I plant my food. I eat my vegetables. I eat my beans. And if I eat meat, I'll grow me some livestock. We need our own political party. This is March. Eight months from now, this whole country is going to change with one election. But in 8 months, if Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp, both who I respect, took that damn platform and took my little political party document and asked that one simple ass question. Brothers and sisters, it's 2024. Do y'all think at the least we should by now have our own political party like the Democrats, the Republicans, the Tea Party, the Independents, and all the other different parties? And they asked that one question. But because of religion and politics, we don't give a fuck because we divided. Let me tell y'all something. You want to be a part of evolution, spiritual evolution? Mess around now and let one person say, you know what? I'm not going to talk about it no more. I'm just going to see where we are as a people. I'm not going to talk about it no more. And if at the very least, we should at least have our own political party between now and November. Even if we don't have nobody representing us to run for president, we can make some huge ass fucking changes. Playing their game with the system they set up on our land. Now, it's over what? 50, 60 million of us? Let me tell you what'll look good in November. There's 50, 60 million of us. Let me tell you what'll look good in November. Out of the nearly 60 million or whatever, if 1 million of us came together, regardless of what you believe, and say, you know what, as a people that's struggling, let's see if we can get our own political party. And if 1 million of us in November and can do it online, says I'm supporting this movement, if you will, this party. Biden, listen to me, watch this. Biden or Trump, if you're going to play politics, November, our own political party, with nobody representing us this year for president, but we got 1 million motherfucking votes. Solid. 1 million. And we go to them and say, this is what the fuck we want. And we'll drop all 1 million. We ain't going to no polls. We ain't going to no voting booth until we get something before the election signed and in action. Because it don't matter which one of them is in the White House. We still under the same fucking system, same religion, same God, same servant on our land, exile. Watch what'll happen. They said Detroit is raining down my other home. They talk about the Baltimores. They talk about Chicago. They talk about other cities around this country. How bad of a shape it is. And how bad we're doing as a people. Okay then, goddammit. Give us Detroit. And go to them with a contract. Say, look, all of this land, all of this, the neighborhoods, the businesses, we want all of it if you want this million vote. And they are Democratic cities. So it shouldn't be no problem, right? But we ain't got to be showing up no more as no fucking Democrat, no Republican, Tea Party, Independent. We show up as our own party. Now you got something to bargain with. Now, fuck reparations, because you're not a damn descendant of a slave, the majority of us. Your folks were sharecroppers, servants to the descendants of Shem and Japheth on your own land. This is not even Shem's land. This is not even Japheth's land. This is Ham's land. If you want to go by that book. This is why we struggle as a people. We don't know how to go get shit, take shit. The late Malcolm X says, our problem is we fucking cowards. Scared to die, scared to go to hell. And they fucking us every damn day. How they fucking us? The same way they took your land, ink pen, piece of paper. You was already here. They didn't come over here warring and fighting. How you gonna come over here off a damn boat and whoop the whole damn land? All these people. No, we kept showing them love. They were the ones working on our land. They came over here on boats. We saw them come to shore. They stayed on our land. They had to work for it. Being nice to Shem and Japheth's descendants. But the story was written, same thing with Africa, same thing with Asia, same thing with Europe, same thing with South America, all of this here. Asia used to be quote unquote black. Europe, used to be black. South America, North America, black. Australia, black. But we believe these stories. And when you believe these stories, you lose this shit. Sign right here. Brother Choctaw, tribe leader, sign here. Brother Chickasaw, sign right here. Tribe leader over all the Chickasaw reservations, if you will, territories. Gave you this book, took your spirituality from you and gave you this here. And you're a servant in this book. Yeah, you is. I just read it to you. And if you go read it, you'll find out that by way of that book, that's how they justify slavery. That's how they justify servants, servitude. Let me ask y'all a question. And you ain't got to come in if you don't want to, because everybody don't want to be in control. Everybody don't want to be free. A lot of us love being servants, bound, hands out. Give me, give me, give me, give me. They ain't doing nothing for us. Go do for your damn self, like your ancestors did. But how many of y'all in the comments know by now, in 2024, we should at least have our own political party? How many of y'all agree that we should have our own political party? We struggling. We can't go wrong. We can't go wrong. How many believe that we should have? How many know? Fuck believe. How many know by now in 2024 on this land right here that we should have our own political party? See, these types of conversations are not popular. Now, if I was on here talking about ass and body and sex and sports and entertainment and who doing this, who doing that, I told you all it takes is one motherfucker. I got that from Dick Gregory in the church, by the way, so don't come telling me, oh, he cursing. I learned how to curse from church people. drop a comment. Don't be scared. How many of y'all know that we should by now, 2024, the least that we can have, since y'all like voting and shit, the least that we should have is what? You feel so good walking in the booth, casting your vote for other. Who is the other? Not other. Fuck that. You'll feel so good going in there, casting your vote, knowing that you casting your vote. See, they took over this here country, our land, one territory at a time. They didn't just come and take over the whole North America. One territory at a time, one chunk of land at a time. So if we go and says, look, it don't matter to me. There's a lot of open land, federal land, government land in this country. All we need is the votes. They so fucking desperate. They so narcissistic. They so evil that they'll do any damn thing to get your vote. So let's just take 1 million votes. Look at the disparity. It was less than 1 million votes that Biden won. It was less than 1 million votes that Trump won against Hillary. Barack should have been done what I'm talking about. Jesse should have been done. Quit voting for people and a damn political party and a group and a society, a sect that ain't gonna do shit for you. Soon as we get through voting, they gonna count them votes. Before you vote, watch all of them, both of them. They finna make y'all all kind of motherfucking promises. Biden said, I'm gonna give y'all $2,000 stimulus check day one, executive order. Not only did he not sign that motherfucker, the one that Trump did have for you. See, a lot of y'all don't even know that you were supposed to be getting about almost something, depending upon the size of the family and your income. Trump had it set up that you was gonna be getting like $6,000 to $10,000 a month as part of reparations. Y'all don't want to fuck with him though. Y'all want to fuck with the slave masters. Y'all want to fuck with the KKK descendants. Y'all want to fuck with Jim Crow's descendants. Y'all want to fuck with the ones that voted in 1864, 1868 through 1870 for you not to have a right to vote. Don't get rid of the slave patrol and know your ass can't be president and know your ass can't vote. That's who y'all support, those descendants. Like Martin Luther King said before he was assassinated, Washington, we coming back to get our shit. We coming back to get our check. That's why they killed him. I'm not worried about dying. I'm not worried about hell. I ain't worried about heaven. I want my shit back. My ancestors worked too damn hard on this damn land before they got here. We wasn't struggling. I'm tired of this shit. This motherfucker will let damn near 10 million people cross the border and give them every damn thing that you've been struggling for to get for free. And then gonna let them vote. Man, we some cowards. That's why we struggle. Every black man, woman, child, everybody of any age should be right now in Washington, D.C. Let Biden ask no. Look, man, I don't know what the fuck you think you doing, but that shit ain't gonna work on our clock. No, we rather sit up, argue with each other, cheat on each other, lie on each other, compete against each other, backbite against each other, stab each other in the back, do spare work on each other. We rather do this shit than to go get our shit. I've drafted up nothing but a poll document just to ask. And when I get to 1 million, you let 1 million people show up in Washington before election. Let 1 million of us show up in Washington. Fuck, we ain't talking about rioting. We ain't talking about Million Man March. We ain't talking about no insurrection. Let 1 million of us show up in Washington, D.C. and let that damn man know, look, man, you fucked us. You fucked us. And watch what happened. You got to be in a spiritual, evolutionary mindset to get what you want. You can't be on your knees praying today, God, thinking you're going to get what you want. You've been doing that. You got less than 0.5% of this nation's wealth praying to the God that was introduced to you. They rather, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. Now, my mentor, Carl Anderson, already told us. He said, we ain't got our shit together by 2020, it's a wrap. We 4 years behind. Look what has happened since 2020. They locked this shit down. We got less than 0.5% of this nation's wealth. Then they shut the shit down. So all of us that had small businesses like me struggle. You think they gave us some motherfucking money? No. No. They gave money to everybody. Did they give us some money? No. You know how we make them give us some money? 1 million of our asses show up in Washington, D.C. before the election and says, look, we got 1 million motherfucking votes going one way and one way only, motherfuckers. And yeah, I said it just like that. And I tell Biden in his face, look, motherfucker, you fucked us up in 94, 95 with that damn crime bill. And our people still never regroup from that bullshit. Now you want to fuck us again. You giving billions to folks coming across the border, ain't did shit. You giving billions to Ukraine, ain't did shit. Money laundering that damn money. You giving billions to Israel, ain't did shit. Last time any of these folks did any damn thing for you. We pay more, rich motherfuckers don't pay taxes. We pay their taxes. So all that money going to Ukraine is from us. All that shit going to Israel is from us. All that shit's going to the people south of the border that's coming across. It's coming from us because rich people don't pay taxes. Man, this is all I told my dad. My dad told me, do it. That sounds good, Seal. know how good and blessed you will be by your ancestors, by the universe. You don't know how good you'll feel if we all showed up. Washington, D.C., 1 million minimum strong this summer, this fall. It'll not only be a sight to see, but we coming, like Martin Luther King said, we coming Washington to get our check. There's cities around this country struggling. With those cities, trust me, all these vacant houses and vacant lots and abandoned buildings, I guarantee you 5 years from now, you will see people south of the border in these neighborhoods and communities and new homes, new schools, new businesses, new every fucking thing. We like to wait for some reason until a major damn crisis hit. Then we want to come together. Shout out to Charles Barkley. Shout out to Stephen A. Shout out to some of these brothers, even though they haven't 100% transformed. They letting folks, they saying a few little words. Biden, they talking to Biden. They talking to the Democratic Party. That should be the last damn party you should vote for. We just started voting Democratic since the 60s. Before then, it was Republican, your ancestors' party. And just because Barry Goldwater and all these other fools come and crash our convention, and here it comes again, history repeats itself, they're going to have a convention in Chicago. And that's where I plan to be. Let 1 million of us show up at the Democratic National Convention, 1 million strong, with a title, our party. 1 million votes. That's why they be arguing right now, shit. Well, which president is going to get more of the independent votes? Which president is going to be able to sway Tea Party members? What about us? Man, look, I'm tired of busting my ass. I'm tired of working. I'm tired of being a fucking servant to a system. It's time to go get our shit. If we have to use their system to your advantage, to our advantage. Go get our own fucking political party, folks. Put that shit on one motherfucking paper with 1 million motherfucking signatures. They're going to be at your motherfucking ass. They're going to be at us like, no promises, motherfucker. Biden, you in office right now. You can do this shit before you leave. We want millions of acres. We want hundreds of thousands of acres in metropolitan areas. We don't want, listen, we want hundreds of billions. You want these million votes? This is what we want today. Trump, you ain't there yet. At least he did something. He did more than Biden for your ass. But y'all don't like him because y'all say he's racist and he's Republican. Like the Ku Klux Klan, like Jim Crow, like the Democratic Party is not racist. And that's who you vote for and they ain't doing shit for you. Like Biden did. What Biden did, what has Biden done for you? Not a damn thing. but made life miserable and tight, and slapped your ass in the face and let damn near 10 million folks come across the border. Not just from south of the border, all over the world, folks. They done let their enemies in here. A lot of these countries is letting go prisoners, sending their asses here. The drug cartels making billions every fucking month. Billions. Off of Biden. Border bullshit. We can make one video go viral. If Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp can get over 50 million views, why can't we get 1 million people on the same damn page once and for all in our lifetime? Not no civil rights movement. They fucked us in that. This is for the ancestors. This is for generations. This ain't for no 4-year voting cycle. Soon your vote ain't gonna count. Some people say it don't count anyway. But if you're gonna play the fucking game, play hardball. Quit playing softballs with these people. They playing hardball, we playing softball. We playing tennis ball. We ain't even playing the hardball, the softball. So if you're gonna vote, write down what you think. We should have. Write down what land, what city, what state that we can go and say, give us this goddamn land. You don't know what it feels like to be in a city and you got, even on the outskirts in the rural area, you got 1 million acres. And you start seeing 1 million damn people building shit. You take over, just like they did. One territory at a time. Now, yeah, they gonna want to kill a motherfucker like me. So what? What, they gonna kill all 1 million of us if we show up at the Democratic National Convention? What, they gonna kill all 1 million of us if we show up at Washington, D.C.? No insurrection, no riot. We ain't marching, goddammit. I'm tired of that. We done marched enough. Goddammit, my foot's hurt. I don't like march. We shall overcome. We ain't overcame shit. How we overcome, we shall overcome. We still singing the same sad ass damn songs, holding hands and shit, singing Negro spirituals. Fuck that. They out here fighting dirty. This shit's crazy. And I'm tired of this shit. I'm like my dad, man, just do it. Don't do it. Hell, if it ain't nobody but you and one other person. One tell one, that's two. Two tell one, that's 4. 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, and so on and so forth. That's how you started. We don't even own a fucking airport. We can't fly unless they tell us how to fly, when to fly. We can't even leave this motherfucking country. And we shouldn't have to. All y'all talking about go back. I ain't go back to Africa. I didn't even come from Africa. Your shit's right here. Go get your shit. I ain't going no goddamn way. Anywhere, go to Washington. This Pluto in Aquarius energy is humanitarian because the 11th house and with Pluto in it is all about endings and new beginnings, death and resurrection, transformation, starting to fuck over. That's the energy we are in. And when the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, that's where you had this became a new country. Go back and do your math. They took over at the tail end when Pluto was last in Capricorn. 2008, we missed a big opportunity, y'all. We don't own enough. We don't have enough. We can't keep missing the mark and making the same fucking mistake every 4 fucking years for 250 some years. I'm going to ask a question in the chat to see where y'all head at. I'm serious than the motherfucker. That's the question, and I'm going to pin it. How many of us know we should have our own political party by now in 2024? That's the question. Sometimes it's just a matter of asking questions. It's just like with religion. Quit just believing. Everything they tell you, we just believe. How many know that by now in 2024, we should have our own political party? At least. This ain't popular conversations. I'm talking ancestral shit. They took your shit using the system and the political parties. They took your shit. Reverse it. You want to get your shit back? Use the system and your own political shit. Other than that, we're going to struggle like never before. The Democrat has always, historically, let our people down. Never go back and do your research. The Democratic Party is the reason why we ain't got shit. Before the Civil Rights Movement, when our ancestors was Republicans, and I'm talking about before, even before, dude Abe Lincoln, they took your party. There was a lot of Aborigines, natives, blacks, if you will, Negroes, that were senators and congressmen and governors during the time that they said this was supposed to be slavery time. How'd that shit add up? In the 1920s and 30s, our people owned a lot of shit. We didn't go through the Great Depression like they. Keep reading these books and they stories, and you're going to find out. Now, Black Wall Streets and all of this here stuff, let me tell you something. We wasn't struggling. They were. And they got y'all thinking this slavery shit, feeding you this shit, constantly begging for reparations. And the Supreme Court keep turning our asses down. You know why? Because the Supreme Court know the history in this country. They know your ancestors didn't come off, the majority of y'all ancestors didn't come off no damn boat. So how are they going to give you reparations as a former descendant slave when you ain't come off, your folks didn't even come off no boat? That's why we lose with the Supreme Court. That constitutional document owes you a whole lot. But we don't want to challenge the Constitution. One way you challenge the Constitution is with a political party and votes. How we all created equal, and we own less than 1/2 of 1% of this nation's wealth, and we're the ones that we are the reason that this nation has this great wealth. Cotton used to be king, still is. All the oil on our land, all the natural minerals, resources, natural stones, all of this used to be ours. I'm going to end. I asked a question, no response, and that's what I expect. If I was to ask the question, how many of y'all are not going back to your ex? Y'all will comment off of that. But if I ask the question, how many of y'all think that we should have our own political party by now? Ain't nobody gonna say, how many of y'all think we should have our own land, our own currency, our own everything? Don't nobody like those. Those are not popular questions, even though they real, true, and logical. If I say, how many of y'all want to go out and have sex tonight? How many of y'all need some loving? Oh man, the comments go to flying. But you're broke. Yeah, your ass is. You broke. We don't own shit. And we ain't gonna own shit. And it's like one of those things that, you know, some of us, our mindset, we so used to being broke, poor, busted, can't be trusted, lack, begging, calling on some God. That we've been calling on the same gods. Ever since they gave us this book, we've been calling on their gods. And calling on their gods has gotten us, again, less than 1/2 of 1% of the nation's wealth. And we're the ones that the wealth exists. But we're calling on the wrong gods. And that's the reason number one that we struggle as the people. Ask the question why we struggle, because you're calling on the wrong gods. And you're scared to die and go to hell. And you're scared to have your own shit. That's why we struggle. Peace. Ashe.